Hi, everyone. My name is Karl Koeppel, and I actually am really excited to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about myself, talk a little bit about why I am joining you all in my doctoral degree journey. And I'm just really excited to be able to learn a little bit about everybody back and forth. I do apologize for kind of the awkward lighting in the back. It's been a busy week, but yeah, I'm excited to kind of dive back into the grad school realm. So I did want to jump in and talk a little bit about myself, talk about my leadership philosophy. I found a lot of the reading this week really interesting because I have been in the unique spot that I've taught some basic leadership courses to college students. So it was great. It's been a couple of years, but it was great to really, again, talk a little bit more and read a little bit more about these pieces. But I see myself, and I've recently transitioned into this new role that I have, really figuring out how I kind of take some of this leadership theory and put it into everyday life and put it into everyday practice. And it's something that I am very theory driven, and it's something that I like things to line up and go step by step by step by step. But then I end up in a spot sometimes where it doesn't make sense, and I have to kind of figure out how to bend through that leadership theory. And I think that's something that I'm going to find fascinating, even in listening to you all and your stories. So I, again, am just really excited. I think I'll dive in. So, who am I? Karl Koeppel. I am a higher education professional with 12 years experience. I've actually worked at 6 different institutions, a large state institution, a couple small private institutions. I worked at a school in Manhattan, the Lower East Side of Manhattan, one of the CUNYs. I've worked at schools on Long Island, schools in Florida. I actually did work at the University of New England about 7 years ago, working in residence life. My career path has gone everywhere from new student orientation, student activities. I did advise fraternity and sororities, student government, residence life. I did for a time also moonlight working in multicultural affairs. Probably one of my favorite jobs was working in spirit support. So one of my additional roles was I actually was the administrator that supervised cheerleading, dance team, pep band mascots. Also in one of my roles, I oversaw all the leadership development programming for the college students. So I did two basic leadership courses, emerging leaders, evolving leaders, leadership conference. We had leadership TED Talks. It was a pretty cool experience. I am originally from upstate New York, and again have had the opportunity to work really all over the country. And about a month ago, actually accepted this opportunity to come back to where I went for my undergrad, and am now the assistant dean of students. So in my portfolio is everything from new student orientation, residence life, student engagement, student government, student organizations, conduct, really just everything falling into play. And it's been a whirlwind, which hence is why it's so late that I'm putting this in, but I am excited at the same time. This was our orientation week and RA training week and just everything happening back to back to back to back to back. So I just wanted to make sure that I was figuring out how to get everything in. But again, this is exciting, and this is something that I am excited to be able to funnel some energy just back into a lot of these types of discussions and really just learning again from everybody. Um, I do have a master's degree in higher education administration from the University of Maine, and I have kind of been dabbling in professional development opportunities, have had my opportunity to do some publishing, to do some different things along the way. So again, just really for me, it was figuring out what the next level is in terms of my educational journey. And being someone that worked in the University of the or worked at the University of New England in the past, I was aware of their degree program and had some really good discussions with some of the different enrollment counselors and thought that it was an opportunity, again, especially in this world, to figure out how do I fit in maybe an online education that would work in this capacity, and everything lined up, and here I am. I was really struck by the questions about leadership, and to give an interesting perspective, my aunt has been a politician for many years and has run for Congress and has done some different things. And she has this tagline that she always will put on social media posts where people are demonstrating leadership in different ways than just kind of the standard um, authoritarian leader. And she calls it everyday leadership. And it's something that has always stuck with me because leadership, like what we were reading about, really comes across as something that's so much broader than just, okay, I'm going to be the president of this organization and everyone has to follow me, or I'm going to be the team leader and everybody has to follow me. I have again had the opportunity to teach some different leadership theories. I've done some student leader focused workshops and stuff like that. And I have really found myself at this particular junction going towards theories that support the interests of others over me. I am the type of person that looks and gets a lot of energy and excitement from seeing how others lead and then give people on my team a chance to follow through. I lead a varied team with a lot of responsibility, and I find myself having to learn how to kind of meet them where they're at. I supervise currently everyone from graduate assistants, assistant directors, a director, and then an administrative staff. So really, everybody is at their own unique place, and I have to figure out how and what a graduate assistant needs that's very different from a director, that's very different from a staff assistant. So kind of figuring out those balancing pieces back and forth, and I end up figuring out, okay, the grad assistant is going to need me to coach her through step by step what process she needs. The administrative assistant is going to need me to give her clear ideas of tasks and give her answers so she can do her job. And then the director needs strategic, overarching vision. Um, Servant leadership, operant model of leadership, charismatic, transformational leadership theory are all ones that have really stuck out to me. I really, again, focus so much of my time on if I can give something back to the people that are working under me. So I feed from the idea that they're buying into my overall background. They're buying into what my vision is. So I've worked for people for years that have been very much, this is what you're going to do and just do it. I do have those moments where I say, you know what, this is what I need you to do and just do it. But it's much more for me if I can get them to understand my vision, if I can have them recognize that I will put myself over for them, then they will hopefully figure out that I'm here to help them grow. And in the end, I'm going to be able to work towards a greater purpose, towards a greater satisfaction. Can I be honest that sometimes it's kind of backfired in my face? Of course. And that's something I went through right after I started in this role. I had to very quickly find and work with someone that it was not working, and we ended up having to kind of part ways very, very quickly. But it was something that was hard because I, again, bank so much of my time that if I give someone what they need, they will give me what I need, and it wasn't working. And then there was some other administrative stuff, and it just kind of blew up. And that was something also that I had to turn and say, you know what, I have to be very much the leader of the team and look out for the good of the organization. And sometimes as leaders, we do need to make those decisions where, you know, this just is not working, and we ended up having to part ways. So that was something, again, that was kind of a new experience for me because I admittedly have been very fortunate that I've been able to work with people that buy into my vision and then they deliver. And this just was one of those circumstances that it wasn't. But I found myself having to just kind of stick to my guns, and then it's balanced out and it's calmed down since. But that was, again, a unique experience. I think, again, I very much am the type of person that gets energy from other people. So if I see people pushing themselves, learning, growing, giving me ideas, giving me focus, that's when I find myself really, again, kind of conquering what I want to do. When people kind of do it half-assed and don't really put themselves into it, that's when I get frustrated. And that's something that I've actually had some good conversations recently in terms of how do I kind of let go that not everyone is going to do it my way or with my level of enthusiasm or just how I think it should be done, and are they still delivering it at the same time? And is that really even a realistic expectation that everyone is going to perform in the way that I think they need to, when ultimately are they still delivering what we actually are supposed to do? So a lot of things kind of mulling around in my head, even as I dig deeper into these leadership theories. But for me, again, I'm focusing so much on the ones that are more team focused and more the supervisees or the team members are feeding energy back. I am not someone that will clamp down very often and be like, we're just going to do this and that's it. It again is something that I have had some unfortunate experiences where people have acted that way, and it really hurt me. And it's something that I always told myself I was going to think beyond. Again, really excited to be working with you all, and I look forward to more conversations.